Welcome to this episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Odd with your host, Michael Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hello there.
Right, we're on the Daisy Daisy. Last one was your choice, which is Kubo and the Two Strings, which we both
Yeah,
enjoyed greatly.
yeah, that was a good one.
And I had a few choices about who to sort of string off of. And I actually went with Charlize Theron, and I've picked another animated film, The Addams Family from 2019, where Charlize Theron plays Morticia.
Mm.
So we are talking the animated Addams Family. So we'll do a non-spoilery bit, just a high-level overview. What did you think of it?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good. It was different from usual Addams Family fare in that it was less there was a lot of like inter-family. The conflict was inter-family as opposed to
Yeah,
there is an antagonist. There was still an antagonist,
yeah,
but yeah.
yeah. There was definitely still an antagonist.
Yeah.
I really liked. I've seen this before, but it's been long enough that I couldn't quite remember it. Other than remember, I really enjoyed it. But I really appreciate the fact a lot of the visuals were going back to Charles Adams. You know,
Mm.
they look like the Morticia, they look like the Pugs, they look, and so on.
Yeah.
I really like that aspect of it as well. Yeah, I think this is a really good Addams Family film. It doesn't
Mm.
quite top the Raul Julia and oh, what's her name?
Angelica Huston.
and Angelica Houston ones.
Yeah.
I think both of them are still better than this, but this is a
Mm.
really good version thing
Yeah.
to watch for the Addams Family, and fairly well, very family
Yeah.
friendly, right? Good
Yeah.
one to have on Halloween, actually.
Yeah.
Um, and it was weird because I actually, just before we start recording, I had a quick scroll down for the critical response, and it doesn't get high
No,
responses,
it's
which
not
is
well responded,
odd.
is it?
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Mm.
But yeah, yeah. Okay, so we enjoyed it. Right, we're gonna get into spoilers, I guess, from this
Yeah.
point. But yeah, it actually does start with the wedding
Yeah,
of
the
Gomez
wedding of
and
Gomez
Mortis.
Morticia.
And I love the actual beginning where we see Morticia just, we don't realize it's for a wedding. We just see her getting ready with her makeup. And I just love the fact that, and it threw me a bit because of her eyeshadow, you know, the stuff she puts over her eyelids as makeup is in a pot called Mum. And I assume it's like, because she's
Her
a mum,
mother.
but
Yeah.
she isn't. And then she does another pot for her cheeks, and it's dad. So she's actually using the ashes of her parents for her own makeup. It's
Yeah.
kind of
Goth as hell.
amazing.
So,
Yeah, goth as hell, and she is full of goth. So it's them getting married. It's slightly different than the usual wedding ceremony in many ways, and that's
yeah.
before the angry mob, torch wielding mob, turns up to chase them out of
Mm.
the out of the place. But we do see Grandma and Uncle Fester in this bit, all right, and them.
Yeah.
And they're saying we need to find some hellhole, you know, and they go on about we need to find the most desolate hellhole place we can just to keep away from people. And they go to New Jersey.
Lost it. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
They find a place where no one will be caught dead in is their description,
Yeah.
and then they immediately encounter the an inmate escaping from an asylum,
Yeah.
which is Lurch, who they immediately started treating like a butler, and he just accepts it.
Yeah.
Um, yes, so yeah, so he's immediately, and they take
Yeah.
over the asylum pretty much as an Adams house.
Yeah. Well, they go and they kind of do the theme song for a
Yeah,
moment. They walk around. It's like, oh, it's creepy. It's kooky,
key. It's all together
mysterious,
and spooky.
spooky. And they've got
um,
a ghost. They do have specifically a ghost in this one that just keeps screaming, "Get
Get
out!"
out. I love how much reference there is to other horror films. There is
Yes.
loads. There's so much. And Get Out is like Amityville, right? So
Yeah.
it's that kind of thing. And it just, yeah, the house is its own thing, isn't it? And kind of
Yeah.
its own living organism. So yeah, and Lurch, we see Lurch trying to work out different things on the piano and doing, and
Mm.
like,
So Lurch kind of jumps immediately on a piano and starts by playing horror movies, but Thing keeps poo-pooing it. And eventually he moves to like more classical music. Like he starts playing The Entertainer at one point,
yeah.
and then eventually he plays the Addams Family theme.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, and then we get that full thing, which is great.
Mm.
It's always welcome when they do that. And then it cuts to 13 years later, and of course Wednesday and Pugsley
Mm.
are around. I actually think I really like this because this I think is the first time we actually get a Pugsley that's from the original cartoons. Because the Pugsley, one of the few weaknesses in those Raul Julia
Yeah.
and Angelica Hughes films is I don't think the Pugsley's well done. The
Yeah.
Wednesday's
Pugsley's just
epic.
not in it, really.
It's not
Like, he
really a
might as
thing.
well not be
Yeah,
there.
Pubert's almost more significant.
Yeah.
When Wednesday, Christina Ricci's Wednesday is iconic.
Yeah, it's the
It's
focal, really.
absolutely iconic. As is Jenna Ortega's in the TV series Wednesday. I think that's really good too. But I really
Mm.
like the Wednesday in this is also iconic. But I like
Yeah.
Pugs has got his own thing going on here.
He
It's
has a
very
plot
good.
thread. Like, they
Yes.
all, weirdly, aside from Gomez, they all have a plot thread.
Yeah, I mean Wednesday's interested in the outside world because they're
Yeah.
basically they live in a fog, right? They live in
Yeah,
a
they
fog.
live on a hill in the middle of a swamp, but
Yeah,
someone's drained the swamp, so the fog goes away,
and there's a
and now they can
town.
see the town of assimilation.
Yeah,
Mm.
where this horrible woman has got a reality show where she's doing up people's houses. She's
Yeah,
truly awful, this woman.
yeah,
Meanwhile, the actual plot around Pugsley is he's got like a celebration of becoming
yeah,
a man, and he
yeah. They've
has
got this like a sword dance, like a family tradition, where he has to perform this whole dance fighting the other Adamses,
yes.
and
With a
they're
saber, and it's called a
yeah.
berserker. Let's just draw back from the plot a bit. What did you think of the voice acting in this?
All the voice acting was really good. Yeah,
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, Charlize Theron is doing a deadpan, which is
yeah,
Morticia, right? It's Morticia.
yeah,
And I really like Chloe Moretz. Kind of mirrors that as Wednesday, but she
yeah.
again really effective. The guy doing Uncle Fester was amazing.
Yeah,
That
that's Nick
was
Kroll, who we have seen in a lot. He's the comedian who you probably most recognize him in live action for he's one of the two stoners in Parks and Rec who run the radio.
okay, great.
Yeah,
He was really good. But I have to say, it made me think, while I was watching it, you know who else who would have been a great voice actor for this? And this is because we did Princess Bride recently. It would be
yeah,
Wallace Shawn, right? Princess Bride.
yeah.
Inconceivable. He'd be
Now
a
you say
terrific.
that, but I looked at the cast of the next film.
Yeah.
He's in there.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but not as Fester. Nick Kroll's back
No,
as Fester. We got some. I mean, Snoop Dogg's in this as it, but you
cousin it.
can't
Yeah.
tell. You
Well,
cannot tell at all.
Well, it's
I
standard
couldn't.
kind of it, cousin it, like sort of
Yeah,
things, but it's
yeah,
Snoop Dogg doing them, which is nice. Yeah,
yeah.
uh,
And Bette Midler is Grandma. And
yeah,
she,
Grandmama.
she's pretty good. Grandma doesn't get many lines, but yeah. The
No,
other thing
her
in the
role is
car.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
In the cast that made me laugh a lot, and we only get this right at the end. There's a character called Trudy who speaks up right at the end. Is the woman who plays Janice from Friends. I recognised the voice as soon as she started talking, which is right near the end, right? I think that's the
Yeah.
other thing. That also made me
Oh,
laugh.
Maggie Wheeler. Yeah.
Yes,
So
she was very good. And the main antagonist in this is a woman called Margot, uh,
yeah,
voiced by Alison Janney, who's also a great actress in loads of stuff. So much stuff I've seen. Often a
yeah,
comedy, but often quite serious drama. She
yeah.
does a good.
It was kind
Uh,
of weird because I had seen Catherine O'Hara was in the cast list, and when the character that she plays is called Margot, came on screen and started talking, I was like, "Oh, that's Catherine O'Hara." No, like it's Alison Janney.
yeah, yeah. It's weird because they got some really. I mean, they got some voice actors who's barely in it, but they're great voice actors. Martin
Yeah,
Short and Catherine O'Hara are
yeah,
grandma and grandpa and grandma Frump,
yeah. They're
Morticia's
Morticia's parents. She
parents.
seances briefly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's really interesting.
mm,
I love. Oh, there's visual gags and references to horror films throughout this film that
yeah,
are kind of really give you a kick if you're a horror hound, right? It's
Hmm.
and it's just certain jokes that are just funny. They're just funny. There's one
Yeah.
point, Morticia, I laugh my head off. Morticia gets really upset with Wednesday. We'll talk about what it was in a minute, but her face goes bright red. That's how angry Morticia is. But then a
Yeah.
little vampire bat fat as that and sucks on her neck, and she goes white again and just flies off. No reference, mate.
Yeah. No,
That's
not even really addressed. It's like slightly out of focus in the background.
yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's go for the beginning. Yeah, so Pugsley's got his
Got
saber
his coming of
berserker.
age, yeah.
Yeah, and there's that going on, and Fester's kind of helping. Fester's just doing his own.
Yeah, Fester and Gomez are trying to help Pugsley. Uh, Morticia is kind of having in-law issues because Grandmama's come around to help out as well, but also
Yeah,
all the other Adamses are going to be coming around to see to take part in and see the Saber Mazuka,
yeah.
and she
Well,
doesn't quite like them,
no, she
which is the
doesn't.
first.
Yeah,
So
but it's Morticia, right? It's fine.
yeah,
But meanwhile, Gomez is trying to train his son in the berserker, and
yeah,
and and
yeah.
Fester
Pugsley's too
Fester's not
focused on his
helping.
explosives. No,
Fester's like, yeah. A big mention. Pugsley loves his explosives. That's probably
yeah,
set up right at the beginning. He's amazing at explosive stuff.
mm,
Fester's just. Not helping, but because his ethics, don't worry about them, it's okay. And they're saying, it's only something your entire family will come to witness. If you make a mistake, it will shame us forever. No pressure. It's,
mm,
it's like that. Um, Meanwhile, someone does strain the swamp, so they find this town of assimilation, which means Margot, who's doing this reality show, doing up people's houses, mainly
mm.
because she's trying to sell property in this town. She's got 50 houses to sell,
Yeah,
and she wants to do up the house. She sees this property no one's seen before because of the fog,
yeah,
and decides she's going to take upon herself to sort of. She wants a season finale and she wants a
yeah,
grand house to do. So she goes out there and starts mentioning says, "Oh,
yeah.
we want to do it at your house," and like,
Yeah, it's like to
there,
welcome you to the neighborhood. I want to give you a free renovation sort of thing.
yeah, and Gomez is like, "Look, we're not going to get chased out again. We've got to try and assimilate someone.
Yeah,
So let's bear with her." She starts spraying
yeah.
their lovely gloomy house with green.
Yeah, I did love this bit because she's like spraying all the walls, and as she's going down, she's told us like we got to knock this out, we got to take the floor out, we got to take the walls out. So there's just spray paint everywhere, and at the end of that, it's like, well, we love what you've done so far, but we don't want to
Yeah.
change it anymore, really.
Yeah.
So, and
And
it's like
when
completely unsarcastic. Like they like that she's trashed their house.
yeah, they're
Spray
totally
paint.
fine with that, and she's like, and they're saying, "No, we don't." Want to." Meanwhile, her daughter, who's kind of a bit disaffected, and when Wednesday starts sort of talking, Wednesday basically has a tree that I've
Yes.
forgotten what it's called, but it kind of
It's called
grabs them.
Ichabod.
Yeah, we do get a side gag
Yeah.
where she's in bed, sitting under a guillotine,
Yeah.
and the guillotine comes down as the tree pulls her out. Yeah,
Yeah.
what a good. And she said, "Good work, Ichabod." And
Yeah.
she said that basically Ichabod takes this girl's phone, and Wednesday's like, "How do you get so many people in this little device? Even in my so and so box, I can only fit 14 souls."
Yeah.
And I love also when they're walking around the house, they're redecorating some of the decorations. They got these weird things like, people have the bobbing bird in water kind of
Yeah.
thing
They have people praying to the pot.
to a
Yeah.
pot, and a sort
Yeah.
of weird thing jumps out of it and things like
Yeah.
that. And they got obviously got she's got the massive plants, like man-eating plants going on as
Yeah,
well.
they can do the predatory plants a bit better in this than they can in the
Yeah,
live action
yeah.
sphere.
I
So
also like how they sometimes cut off to Lurch just playing something, and
yeah.
it'd be that bit like Green Onions, and
Yeah.
Thing will come and be the third hand playing
Yeah.
playing the lead and things like that. It's really fun. It's so fun. I do like Lurch in this. He does make me laugh a lot because he just seems out of it. Just
Yeah.
seems totally out of it all the time. But Wednesday decides she wants to go to a school rather than being what she called caged schooled. That's how she calls it.
Yeah.
Um,
instead of homeschooled.
yes, and basically she turns up at the school. Uh,
Yeah,
uh, and it's all have a horror terrible day, dear, and all that
yeah,
kind of stuff. But
yeah.
Morticia is a bit worried about losing.
Outside
Yeah,
influences.
yeah. She does invite Wednesday to a séance and the
Yeah.
graveyard, but Wednesday doesn't turn up, which quite disappoints her. They've also
Hmm.
got a pet lion, by the way.
Yeah, there's a few like pets running around. There's Socrates the octopus,
Yeah,
who's like small enough to ride on Wednesday's shoulder, and then there's the I don't think they give him a name, but there's a lion running around.
there's a
The,
lion, which is in the opening credits because it's MGM, and he actually
yeah, it's the
transforms into this lion and then jumps through the hole that the
yeah.
lion's often framed in, and then when it's the Addams Family house. We also get a weird crow making different noises.
Yeah, it
Uh,
just keeps like it sounds like a like an old man clearing his throat.
yeah,
It's just like it perches on something, it just goes, uh
yeah,
it's
but
just
sometimes it does like a cock crow when the sun's going out, things like that. It's very
yeah,
Flintstones, that bit of it. In the
yeah,
Flintstones, the animals and the dinosaurs make different noises, or they do. They're like the record player. There's a bird that's a record player. It's all that.
yeah.
There's a lot of that in this as well. So anyway, Wednesday goes to the school. Immediately, the girl that has been talking to, who's the daughter of Margot, um,
Mm,
gets bullied,
yeah.
and Wednesday's like. Oh, she just
Yeah.
starts butts in,
Well,
and
but they do the weird the bully sequence, which is she puts the bully puts a moldy sandwich in the new friend's bag, and then pours a drink in as well, shakes it up, it's like, "Hi, hi, we got you," and then Wednesday kind of swans in and quotes Rorschach. Uh,
she does. Is it? Yeah, I'm not
yeah,
stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me, and just
yeah,
looking into the bully's eyes,
yeah,
kind of. So basically, Wes gets a little crew, right? She's got Parker, the girl with
yeah.
the iPhone,
Unf
and a pair of
Unfortunately,
twins.
the rest of the crew never show up again.
No, they're twins
They
though, Layla and Kayla, who think
yeah,
Wednesday's really cool.
yeah,
Bethany is the bully who's Wednesday's gonna get.
yeah.
And also Wednesday takes the sandwich out the bat, moldy
Yeah,
sandwich,
yeah, she
takes a
she does
bite.
like a definitive bite to sort of punctuate her
Yeah.
saying like this is war.
Yeah, and then we get the sequence when they're in their biology class, and they basically have to just dissect a frog. They've got dead
Yeah.
frogs in front of them. Bethany's there, and Wednesday says, and there's
Where's
actually,
this like I've done this before, then
I
quickly
think there's three movie references in this one sequence that make
yeah,
me laugh. Um, she said, "I've done this before," and immediately gets out a bag of tools and builds basically a
a
Frankenstein
Frankenstein
house
creation. There's like lightning
out of the
arcing
old.
between two big Tesla like towers.
Yeah,
She like lifts the frog into it by chains.
and the
This is when
teacher's
she
just
starts
watching.
being emotive. She's like, "It's alive!
She
It's
says,
alive!"
give my creation life, and the electrocutes the frog, and all the frogs get this electric.
Yeah,
It arcs between all the dead frogs and starts bringing. So they're like zombie frogs, kind of
yeah.
popping up,
And she
which
jumps
is
up
a
on the
reference to ET. I think
yeah,
it happens in ET.
maybe.
And then finally, she just stands up on the desk and points at Bethany and
Yeah, she
does the
does a pod
scream.
people.
The end of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah,
She just screams, and all the frogs start chasing Bethany.
yeah. That's kind of the last we see of the
The bully.
school, really.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like, yeah, I guess Wednesday just kind of won, and like we still got half the movie to go. So they sort of kind of rotated to Wednesday as being instead of going to school, Wednesday being friends with this other kid, and
Yeah.
going to a house. So
And weirdly, kind of Parker decides she wants to be a goth, like when she's.
yeah, I
And they're
think
talking
Wednesday
about.
kind of inspires her.
I like
So
that they take some pictures of Wednesday or something, and she whatever filters they use, she just comes out in black and white.
yeah,
That is funny. That is funny. So yeah, Parker wants to be a goth, turns into a goth. Wednesday
yeah,
wears a little. pink
a little
hair
pink unicorn
pony,
thing.
which this is the bit where Morticia goes bright red.
Yeah, I did like that Morticia was like, well, I can appreciate a horse with a spear through its head. The
Yeah,
color leaves something to desire.
yeah, it's
So,
unspeakable. And it is funny that Morticia getting angry instead of the traditional color draining from your face, hers
mm,
fills with color until a
yeah.
bat comes and sucks on her neck. There's some lovely touches. I love how Morticia just moves. She just literally glides.
Yeah, she floats everywhere. And there's a bit where during the when they have to like walk through the house with this the horrible interior designer lady, she lifts her dress slightly and spiders start pouring out.
And it make
It's
a
like,
bridge.
yeah, yeah, sure. And he
Yeah.
goes, yeah, this is what we call surfing the web.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
then
like,
all these spiders come from underneath her dress. It's so weird.
yeah,
Um, Pugsley realizes he's not very good at the mazurka, even though Gomez is, it's the Addams family. They're always super. Gomez is
yeah.
super enthusiastic and supportive, isn't he?
Mm,
And he's kind of, don't worry. He's going, Fester, what are we going to do? He goes, no pressure.
yeah,
Fester don't
yeah,
care. He's just
yeah.
doing his
Fester,
own.
I like Fester's absolute trust in everyone.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
fine.
It's
I
nice to
also,
refresh. It's like, yeah, like he'll do it. So,
I also
and
did
then,
like.
yeah,
So I really laughed. Also, when they're looking around the house and they said, "Oh yeah, normal house here," and then Pugsley's just scampering around on the wall,
yeah.
with his eyes like glowing. It was a bit limbo,
It
right?
was. I was going to say Exorcist.
Yeah, a bit
So,
exorcist. That's a normal thing. That did make me laugh too. Um, so then Margot, because her daughter's become a goth, decides to get revenge and starts
yeah,
posting bad things on like a neighborhood social media thing, right? So
yeah,
they're a bit weird, these Adams in the
yeah. Oh, they're
Adams.
going to come and eat our pets and kill our
Yeah,
children, sort
sounds
of thing.
familiar, right?
Yeah, which is wild
Yeah,
because this was made in 2019 or
yeah, I
released in
know.
2019. So
Yes, yeah. So she starts winding up the whole town about against the
yeah.
Adams.
But also, we do see at this point that she does have essentially a spy camera network in all the houses she's
Yeah, it's
renovated.
so
She's
weird.
put cameras in.
Yeah. I think the first one to arrive from the Adams is Grandma, right? She turns up and she
Yeah,
starts saying,
she rolls
Fester
down
said,
the chimney. So,
Gomez says that you need help and you're struggling. And Gomez
mm.
says, I didn't say that. She said, you did.
Yeah, your exact words were, "We're having a lot of trouble and we're struggling." It's like,
Morticia's not happy.
no, this is kind of her Morticia's arc is like accepting help from the Adamses, really,
Yes,
which is
yes,
a weird arc for Morticia,
yeah,
because she's usually the one that's kind of espousing the Adam how strong the Adams family is.
yes.
So yeah,
But the rest of the family turn out, including, was it Aunt? I've forgotten her name now.
Aunt Flu, I can't remember.
Aunt,
Just a sec.
Sloom.
Sloom, that's it.
Who looks really tall, and sort of aloof,
Yeah,
and
it's
immediately
Grandmama's sister.
they
So.
immediately start
Yeah, start
arguing.
squaring up and it's like, yeah, so about that fight that we had years ago, I just wanted to say I won. Like,
Yeah, Aunt Slew is like definitely the matriarch of the whole family.
yeah.
That is,
Now, I did spot because I know a few of the Adamses were invented for this, and they're kind of simple bits, like Dr. Flambe, who's just a guy that has devil horns.
yeah,
But I did recognize one because there was a while back where we watched some Addams Family episodes,
yeah.
and I remember there was Morticia's sister, Ophelia. Like
Okay,
she was like a normal woman, but also a hippie. And
okay,
I spotted her in the crowd.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
great.
cousin Ophelia.
I think there's a lot in this. I think
Yeah,
you'll
that's
watch
what
it
I'm
again
saying.
and
It's like
say,
I wonder how many of the background Adamses are references to like the show or the comics, really.
yeah, there's all sorts of weird family members.
Yeah,
Cousin It is like a tiny little thing in this, which is a bit odd. But yeah,
yeah,
maybe he
he's
is in the
really
comic,
little.
in the cartoons. I can't remember. I thought he was full size in the cartoons.
Yeah. Also, they gave him like a smartwatch with an eye on it, which was a nice touch because
Yes.
allows him to different emotes. So,
Yeah, yeah. There was a lot going on, but we
mm.
find out what made me laugh is Aunt Sloom, as a great Aunt Sloom, has got her own version of Lurch as well, right?
Yeah,
And he at one point she goes, "Let me take my seat," and he comes and picks her up, but her entire bottom half comes,
yeah,
it's just the dress, and she's got tiny little legs. It's a bit
yeah,
like the king from Shrek, really, and puts her on like a throne. So
yeah,
Pugsley's got to do his mazurka. But I mean, Gomez knows it's going to go wrong, so he's just bracing himself. But they do
yeah,
make a thing about the mazurka being how we show we can defend our family, don't we? That's
yeah,
um, anyway. They start off, but the village has been fully riled, and they turn up as a
yeah.
torture, and somehow have got like a
A
ballista.
catapult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
catapult. To start throwing rocks at the house, and they start doing that. But at
yeah,
that point, Fester's going, "Show us what you can do to Pugsley." Oh no,
yeah.
Wednesday comes and saves the day, right? They looks like
So
they just
Wednesday and the Mario's daughter find her spine network
yes,
and get locked in the attic
yeah,
and then very quickly break out. But that's why they're not at the Mazurka.
yeah. Because
So
at one point, Sloom says we need to start this, and say, "But I'm waiting for my daughter." She said, "No, if she's not here, we're starting it." So that they
yeah,
have to, right?
it's like,
That's
oh, I've got another Mazurka on the other side of the country to attend.
yeah, yeah. So that firstly, Pugsley, it doesn't work. Um,
Yeah,
but Gomez doesn't like shout at him or anything. He says, "I'm
no.
sorry, Pugsley. This is because I didn't let you be who you need to be."
Yeah,
He acknowledges that the issues he is. So, great, weirdly, the
good
Addams family are
message.
one of
Yeah,
the great family dynamics of all time.
yeah,
In fiction, it's so weird that they are that. That's exactly what they are.
yeah.
So,
Well, there was like I remember there's some like analysis of them that was basically like they do represent like ideal an ideal environment for their kids because it's like they're always supportive of what their kids do, even though they don't understand it. They are absolutely in love and will do everything together, but they have their own interests. It's
and
like
they keep
actually like a good example of like how couples should be,
how
sort of
a
thing.
family should operate. Yeah,
Yeah,
the perfect interactions between in a family.
yeah,
It's awesome. It's awesome. But then the villagers start to attack, and it looks like it's kind of hopeless. But then Wednesday
mm,
turns up with Ichabod, right, and gets everyone out onto
yeah,
the tree. And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, am I late?" And all that's kind of it's typical Wednesday sort of stuff.
mm,
So they do get everyone on the tree, and the tree starts running around. And meanwhile, the villagers are like,
yeah.
and then the villagers actually start realizing, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
they see the
They're
Adamses
a
all
loving
like making
family.
sure each other are okay. It's like, oh no, they're just an actual like family.
Yeah, and Pugs is defending them by using his explosive to blow up the boulders that are coming towards them.
Yeah, at several points he like there's no way to describe it other than parrying the catapult,
Yeah,
where the boulder like starts to come through the wall. He slingshots an explosive into it and it knocks it back out the same hole.
yeah.
So
It does all sorts of amazing stuff, but then uses one explosive to blow up the catapult. And
yeah,
it's at that point the villagers are so kind of horrified of what they're doing, what they're actually
yeah,
doing. And he
and that's when
basically,
Margot kind of tries to rile them up again. But that's when Wednesday kind of sweeps in prods and pokes her by telling her about the telling everyone about the spy network. And when she starts ranting, when Margot starts ranting, her daughter records it and streams it on the internet, so she
yeah.
loses her job. So,
And she's like, who cares what a load of streamers think? And it's like, no, the
yeah,
network's watching.
yeah.
Uh, but Festa immediately kind of, well, no, he kind of says,
Fester starts hitting on her.
yeah, Festa. Basically, they say, "Oh yeah, she's a horrible woman," and they list all these
Yeah,
horrible
and
things.
he's like,
And he
"Now's my
goes, "If she's got
time."
halitosis, I'm in love. This is
Yeah,
way earlier as well. Uh,
yeah.
and we actually see them a bit like I know I'm
But
jumping around
she's
a bit.
yeah,
We say that they're a couple, and he goes, "Oh, she's got halitosis like a baby's diaper. She's got
yeah,
breath like a baby's diaper." Is his description.
yeah.
I love Inly.
I
And
do
she's
love it.
like,
So
"Oh,
she's like, "Oh, I've got nothing. I'm bankrupt." And he goes, "Now's my time." And so it
now's my
steps up.
chance."
So
Yeah. Oh yeah, they said because there is earlier there's an interaction made where Wednesday says, "Why can't we leave our surroundings?" Uncle Fester goes out into the world, and Fester starts listing. Oh no, I'm not allowed in Canada.
yeah,
Because and then the rest of them are chatting for a few
and
minutes,
Fester is
and he's
still
just
listing stuff
listing
in the
all the
background.
places he's banned
Yeah,
from. He goes, I can't go here because of the thing. Um,
yeah,
but the village, the town realizes what they've done, and they said, "We'll help you rebuild the
mm,
house." And we get a really nice communal scene of them doing the house up, but weirdly in pink.
yeah,
So it's a pink and black house. And at one
yeah.
point, they're putting a big plate glass window. And first, sorry, Gomez and one of the other townspeople putting a big plate glass window, and Morticia comes to it as if she's going to expect it. She just hits it with a hammer, so it's totally shattered, but still in
Mm.
place. And they go, perfect. It's
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
I did like during the attack on the house, the ghost that's possessing it
Leaves.
leaves and hides in the river nearby.
Yeah.
But the second it's done and all like pink and beautified, it jumps back in the house and everything goes back to being black.
Black. Yes. Amazing. Um, yeah. And so now, and also Fester's kind of saying, we can, basically, it's like the Adams clan settles in now in the
Yeah,
town.
they kind of take over and there's like one guy who's they only show like a couple of people, so they're like there's one who's got like massive arms and just walks on them.
Yeah.
And then there's one who's got a storm in their room. Like they just open the door and the
Oh yeah,
background's just like an
he was
electrical storm.
he's the bloke that led the wedding ceremony at the beginning, right? It's that guy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, yeah. And I like the fact it's like this normal sort of suburban town in America, but there's a woman riding a giant spider, for
Hmm.
example. Things like that. It's very fun.
Hmm.
That's it, really. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
film. It's what was it? Hour 20, hour 24.
Yeah, it was 80 minutes.
Yeah. 86
86.
minutes,
Yeah.
yeah. And there was even a reference to it because there was this red balloon floating around,
Yeah.
and also, of course, Finn Wolfhard's in this, who was in Stranger
Yeah.
Things and the It remake, and Morticia's like, oh, this balloon, isn't there usually a clown at the end of this, and
Hmm.
something
There's
like
usually an evil clown there.
that.
Now, I did
Yes.
see apparently the directors got on record saying that there was going to be a lot more horror sequences, like referencing other horror films. Apparently, there was a Blair Witch sequence that got cut for time, which I can
Oh,
only
okay,
imagine.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, reasonably successful film, enough to get a sequel, which I want to
Mm.
watch. I've got to be
Yeah, I
honest.
kind of want to
And
see it.
looking at it, the entire cast, apart from um,
Finn Wolfhard, really.
Phil Wolfhard, is back. So,
Yeah,
we did. I don't think we mentioned his name. Oscar Isaac is really good as Gomez too.
yeah. He's a
So
bit less. I want to say less passionate, but it's more less flirty than Raul Julia.
yeah, there's a few moments, where
Yeah,
Morticia says something in French, goes, "Oh, you know what French does to me, mia cara,"
yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, I think this is I like how much it nodded back to the original cartoons. There were some
Mm.
jokes in it that were the
Oh, and
original.
then it finished on a recreation of the '60s series opening.
It did.
Like when they just remake the entire opening with these character models. So
Yes. Yes. So it came out October the just 11th. So
ah
a few weeks before Halloween.
mm,
Because apparently another big horror film, which was Maleficent. Well, Maleficent was coming out, and I don't think they wanted to compete with it.
okay, yeah,
Um, but yeah, it did well. But like I mentioned, the reception didn't seem. I'm
yeah,
kind of shocked because this is a real fun film all the way through. And really, if you know your horror films, it's got those Easter eggs, right? But
yeah.
you don't need to know them because it was A lot of them are almost memes, right? Like
Yeah,
the scream from Invasion of the Body. That's a meme. Everyone knows that,
yeah.
without ever seeing the film, and stuff like that. So yeah, it says here on Rotten Tomatoes it was 46%. Average ratings 5.3 out of 10, which is pretty low,
Hmm.
honestly, for a cumulative reviews. Not that I hold much track with Rotten Tomatoes, to be honest. Yeah, but even on Metacritic, which I think is a little more robust,
Hmm.
average score of 46 out of 100 based on
Hmm.
22. Mixed or average? Uh, I don't get that. I don't see it.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
think this one it's kind of suffered in that basically outside of the Addams family, the actual Addams family themselves, the all the characters looked kind of gross. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't like an incredibly aesthetic film aside from the family themselves. Also, it's gonna draw inevitable comparison to the 90s films, which it is inferior to, and I feel
yeah.
like that's
I
just gonna taint anything.
Yeah,
So
it's really hard to top those. I feel it was close. I really like this one. It's going
mm,
into my rotation. There's just so many little touches. The fact that when Wednesday plats her hair, it's got little nooses
yes,
at the
it's got
end.
nooses in
It's
it.
stuff like that. That's stuff like that. There's so many little touches that are
Yeah.
really wonderful, and it bears watching closely, and it bears rewatch. I'd say as
Mm,
well. There's a lot of fun to be had in this. There's just little touches. I mean, it opens with Morticia preparing for a wedding, though you don't know that, and it's kind
yeah.
of awesome. She's using that weird makeup, and she's bolting herself into her own boots.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Just like using a key to like
Yeah,
wind it even tighter, sort of thing.
yeah, and it's funny how they bump into Lurch too. That kind of
Yeah,
work.
they hit him with a car.
Yeah, and we haven't talked about Thing running around, and that's kind of fun too.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, so this really worked for me. And apparently the sequel's them going on vacation. So
Hmm.
I think they're traveling cross country too. So it's almost like the Addams Family's doing the Griswolds
Yeah,
or
they
something.
do like they never really say where they were. They just kind of refer to it in a the old country
The
sort
old
of way.
country, yes.
Yeah.
But they kind of suggest they're always getting chased out of places. And so
Yeah.
they come to
Which
New
yeah.
Jersey. That's why they get New Jersey. No one there to chase them out or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, really enjoyed this one. Any final? We'll score it in a bit. Any final thoughts on this one?
No, can't think of anything.
Um, so for you, it doesn't stack up to the
Yeah, it doesn't stack up to the
two.
original, but it's still good. Like
Yeah, yeah. When you say the original, you mean the
yeah,
'90s
the
ones.
90s films.
Yeah, and I mean, I really like the old TV series too. I think that's really
Hmm.
elite as well. But for me, this was really up there. I really, really enjoyed it. I think it should be considered better than you read it in like the scoring on like IMDb and that.
Yeah.
Personally, but yeah. All right, let's get to scoring. What would you score this?
I'd score this easy 7 out of 10. Like, it's
I get
6 or 7, leaning more towards 6, but seven is where I'm going to put it.
I'm gonna go a bit higher. I'm gonna go an eight.
Okay.
I really, really enjoyed this, and it's just. I probably only. I mean, realistically, it's probably closer to a seven, to be honest. However, I enjoy it so much, and this is a second watch for me. I enjoyed it even more, and I feel
Yeah.
like I'd enjoy it even more if I watch it again. And I think I'm gonna get to the two. I'm gonna get to the sequel,
Yeah, I might
both of
watch it.
which are on Prime in the UK.
Okay.
Addams Family's on Prime in the UK, and Addams Family 2 is also on Prime. And I've already added it to my watch list, so might get to see
Yeah.
it. But I think what I might do is leave it a bit and just watch them together, just watch them back to back. I just feel like if I've got a bit of time, that might be a really fun way to spend an evening watching
Yeah.
these two.
I need
I
to
might
watch Hotel Transylvania because apparently this film was heavily inspired by that, and I've never seen those
I've never
films.
seen that too, and there's four now, isn't there, or something?
Yeah, something
Number
like
of
that.
them. Yeah, I never really fancied it, but clearly, what seeing clips of it, they're doing a Bela Lugosi Dracula, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's good.
And it is a Gendy Tartakovsky film, so
Oh, I love his work. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you've
That
seen his new
that
thing, The
no,
Black Knight.
no.
It's basically a pilot, but it's just a fight animation at the moment. It's really
Okay,
good.
okay, cool.
So,
Um, all right. Let's wind out there then. So, bye from me.
bye.